Good evening and welcome everyone to the official coverage of tonight's Asrnz 2023 GT4 Race of Championship race tonight, brought to you by SJS and multiple others. I'm Davo, and tonight we have a couple of Asrnz legends as usual, JB and Farmer. How are you doing, my friends?
Good, Davo. Thank you for the intro. Welcome, viewers. John Boy, how are we tonight, bud?
Yeah, welcome, viewers. It's nice to be here at the sunny Watkins Glen here in the USA. So, yeah, awesome stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the one of the landmark tracks in the US, Watkins, and tonight in a Chevy Camaro, of all things. So very fitting car on this particular track, boys. So yeah, good to see. Should be some good racing. Watkins always delivers with some good racing, and in the Camaros tonight should be no different.
Yeah, I think you're right, Davo. It's another one of my favourite tracks. I think this Watkins, not so much the Camaro. How did you feel? How about yourself, John? Any opinions on the Camaro, mate? 'Cause I'm not a favourite of mine, to be honest.
Yeah, look, it's a big car, isn't it? Interestingly enough, one of our members, Jeff Burst, he actually owns a Camaro himself. So yeah, he's a big fan of Camaros. I can tell you that.
Okay, well, we'll be watching him tonight anyway.
He's been talking it up all week.
Oh, I'm sure he has. Yeah. I'm sure he has. Look, let's have a quick look at the points as the boys have rolled out into qualifying for their out lap. We'll just bring the leaderboard up at the moment. Obviously, only one round. Quick rundown of that, guys.
Yeah, sure, mate. So really, just after that one round, we've got Glenn Dewar obviously at the top there, followed by Riley Price and P2. She equal P2 with Mitchie Campbell. Equal sort of fourth there, Jeff Burst, Dave 0, Sam Carson in 6, Nick McIndoe in 7, Steve Melling 8, Vaughan in 9, and P10 is Aaron. What we got after that, John?
Yeah, well, actually, Brad Robinson sharing that 10 with
He is too, mate. Yes.
Both on 41 points. So Glenn at the top on 60 points and back down to the 10 at 40 points. So, Glenn with a good, healthy 20 points over that 10. But then we go back through the field. Lucas Saar, Mike King, Kenny Simpson, Jared Dawson, our new guy. Mark Mudgway, we saw him slip down the table. He got a P2 in the first race last time, but mechanicals in that second race. Philip Davidson, 17th, Phil Turner and Bob Laycock round out there 20. So yeah, big news there.
Big news there, mate. Tight at the top, but I'm sort of just going to point out the obvious there with Mark Mudgway, the big P2 next to his name in round 1, and then the retired puts him way down there in 16th place.
Yeah,
only half the amount of points, from the lead. So
yep.
What could have been, and good luck to him tonight. Good to see him back.
Definitely good to see him back. Their Farmer, tough gig for Mudgy last week. Got a little bit of a beaten up, but very good clean racing last week as we just see these boys. I think we're focused on Gord Martin at the moment, who was one of the early cars out. Here we go.
Yeah, now so this is our one lap hot lap qualifying session there, guys.
Yep.
Just the out lap, the hot lap, and then get off the track scenario.
Yeah, that's right. So they've only got 7 minutes to do it, but they've plenty of time to still pick a gap and go for it.
Yeah.
I'd say we saw it in the second race, second qualifying session, where half the field got cuts and and they were way out of position, some of those guys. So whether or not that's going to happen again, who knows? So they only got one shot, so it does put a lot of pressure on the guys to get that. We've heard guys, they can't commit 100% to their lap. It's probably 90%, just to get somewhere.
Make sure they get it done. Yeah, without a corner cut or anything. Yeah. There's no 8 minutes here to muck around, and they got to get it sort of pretty well sorted straight up. And we saw it in race 2 last week. we saw nearly half the field with pushing too hard and making mistakes and getting invalidated laps. So crazy stuff in the first round, second race.
Yeah, we did, and I think I just saw the 10 car of Nick Mickindo cross the line and not register a lap, as you mentioned that, Dave.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, he is out on track still. I apologise.
Okay, so obviously on his out lap still.
Oh, am I looking at? God, I'll tell you.
Well, Kenny Simpson, he set the benchmark, hasn't he, on
Yeah,
the 1 minute
provisional pole.
57.2.
Yep.
So Steve Melling hot on his heels. Look, the one to watch is going to be Glyn again. He's had exceptional pace. He showed it in the practice session again leading up. He has been the fastest on the time sheets by a long shot, so I would expect to see him pretty much in the 55s once he gets a lap together.
Also, Mitch Campbell, Riley Price, two others. Now, Mitch Campbell, Riley Price, both equal second position in the championship after one round. So, and we're just looking at picking up Mitch there. He is actually in the pits. What's going on with that? So these guys.
No, that time is counting down too, isn't it, Davo? So
Oh,
that,
quickly.
30 seconds to go. Like some of these guys might have already tried their luck and
left there.
cut. So.
Yeah, quite possibly. Hard to know. The data doesn't give us a lot of detail, so we're not sure.
And I've just realised that I wasn't running the actual correct data for the server that we just switched over into. So hopefully I can actually give you something that's worthy of listening to.
Well, that would be great. That would be great, Farmer. Thank you. So as usual, the usual disorganisation that you would expect from Davo and the boys here at Asrnz. But look, nonetheless, we are here. It is always jovial, and look, it's going to be awesome. The racing's going to be awesome. These
just
boys.
Watching the 21 car just about to come across the line there, I think, followed by the 10 car of Nick. So
that is Nick McIndoe behind him, isn't it?
Motorway straight to the top.
Oh, there you go. Watch this
McIndoe lap. P2, boom. Well done, guys. Yeah.
Riley Price in the pits, like I said. We got Mitch Campbell in the pits. Only one we really need to look at
I think that 34 car there, David, is just sneaking around the track on his own here last minute.
Here we go. This is the last one.
Another one that we saw happen at the back end of quali. The track's fast at the moment. It can go to optimum as the track grips up, and we did see some of those backmark runners just slipping in late in the session there, getting the optimum track at the end and actually making gains from that.
Okay.
So,
yeah, getting it
just
a little bit better
checking
positions.
That data, guys. It is still a fast track at the moment. So
here we
see
go.
where Gleno puts himself as he crosses the line here.
What's this?
Ooh.
Oh,
here we go.
To the top.
55.6.
No, 55s. Amazing. Great lap from Gleno.
Yeah, big gain there. So nice work. But the usual suspects at the top. And just watch those few cars down in that mid-pack. We know there's a couple of quick boys down there that should be up the pointy end. So,
We've got the likes of
see.
Dave Zero, Robinson, Vaughan Martin, Riley Price, all not posting laps there down
Mitch
the bottom,
Campbell either.
And Mitch Campbell, mate, yes.
Yeah, so some big players, like I said, Riley Price and Mitch Campbell, both equal second in the championship.
And
both
not far behind them, Davo. Jeffro and Dave Zero, they're tied for fourth, and they're only 5 points behind them. So, and look at where Burse is. Dave Zero, poor qualifying there. So Jeff Burse, I'm going to say, the real winner there.
Yeah, and Burse had a couple of solid races last week, actually.
I did, yes.
A couple of top fives, I'm going to guess. So.
Yeah, he got a 7th and a 5th at Suzuka.
7 and a 5, yeah.
So yeah, but this Camaro has reinvigorated this Jeff Burse, hasn't it?
It has.
Great track here at Watkins Glen. We talk about turn 1. It leads onto a massive straight down to the bus stop. It's such a crucial corner to get out of at the start of the lap. Leads through some S's, and that invites you just really to keep that power down. And it's that turn 3 where it can just pull you out to the right-hand side wall, and you can actually, if you hit that wall, these cars are so evenly paired with their speed that knock a bit of that momentum off.
Yeah,
and
crazy
we
stuff.
probably see a bit of action down at the bus stop, I'd say.
Yeah.
So the bus stop is going to be where the action is plenty in turn lap 1 there. You've heard it first. It's been called.
I would tend to agree. I would tend to agree.
Look, it's definitely a hot spot, isn't it? You rip into there, it's so fast. You've only got to lift and miss your braking mark ever so slightly to absolutely get it so wrong. So
actually, another tricky corner, is actually the final turn. It invites you right out to the outside wall there on the left, and these are walls that again are going to hinder your momentum and potentially could just upset the steering lock even, and you'll pay for that for the rest of the night.
For sure. As the boys just start to roll away for their formation lap. Yes, as John alluded to, after T1 here, not quite as straightaway as it is at the beginning, but they run up this hill through these, and it's all flat chat, up through these right, left S's, and then out up onto that straightaway heading towards the bus stop. It is flat out, and yeah, line is critical here. Quite often through these S's here, you'll see some side-by-side action. It looks like there's plenty of room to work with, but when you flat chat one of these things, it's not that simple. And yeah, interesting stuff as these guys get up towards the top of the hill here at the bus stop. So yeah, definitely a hot spot.
Another thing I'm noticing too, and it's great for all of our viewers that have tuned in and are watching. A lot of these guys are starting to run the same liveries, albeit it's a different car each week. You're going to see the similar paint scheme on these cars, so it's nice to see those carry over with all the cars, and it helps anyone viewing and even us to identify the cars at first glance. Just Nick Mickendo's, he's in the green car typically, and Gleno in their bluey purpley car. So
yeah, Gleno really on a fine line with the Weepups car there, isn't he? But as we do in Asrnz, we push the boundaries, not just on the racetrack, also with our colour schemes. So.
Yeah, but Steve-O, the typical Steve Milling in the Castrol colours, always.
Always.
The Castrol guy, yeah. And I wonder if we can just have a quick word, just a bit of chat online there. Just say g'day to the likes of Rusty, saying g'day there. He can't make it tonight, he's at work. Frank from Turret Custom Rat Rods is joining tonight. He's hooked up with Glenn, looking to join in. So welcome Frank. Good to see you boys on there. They're expecting plenty of door banging. Wondering, John, is Gleno running his new set of pedals this week, mate? Do you know any insight on that with the foot?
Well, we know that after Vaughan reinvigorated his sim room and added another addition to it, that room I think is having sim babies over there, and they're bringing new members too along. So hydraulic pedals, I think is the word on the street.
Hydraulic pedals is the word on the street.
The magic, and Gleno's running a new set tonight, so
Gleno is running the new set.
Will he run into teething problems?
Oh God.
No, he'll just run away with it, I think. Probably even more so.
I got a funny feeling that's definitely what could happen as the boys come around and start to form up. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the viewers on YouTube, obviously joining in with our live stream here for the Asrnz 2023 GT4 Race of Champions, brought to you by SJS, ABC Tech, GoBro Racing and FHM. The boys are forming up. We're heading up to the last corner here. Look, there could be a safety car here tonight. They've only got 3 sets of tyres over the whole weekend, again over the 2 races. They've done their 1 lap dash. It's coming down to the race. It is race 1, round 2, Chevy Camaro at Watkins Glen. Ladies and gentlemen, Watch this. They're going to go green any moment. Glendew in front. Mudgee behind. We got McIndoe. And who is that behind? Kenny Simpson, of all people. Jeff Burst behind that. Steve Melling. Oh, contact. T1. Mudgee and Glenn get a bit of a nudge and a hip and a shoulder. Glendew takes off. That's put Burst up beside Kenny. Aaron Enright up beside Steve-O. They all give each other a little bit of space, not much, as they run through those S's and up into the hill. And up. Here we go. Who's this? McIndoe on Mudgee.
Yeah, great pressure early on. Good start from the guys. A little bit of hip and shoulder there, like you mentioned early on, Davo, but so far,
looks like the field, still a little bit of biff and barge back there, but the field looks like we've got through the bus stop for the first time. Nice work, guys, as they run down out of the bank section of the track and down into the boot, through that left and downhill. These things sound like bloody NASCARs, these Camaros. Sounds awesome. Lap one, Glenno's.
Yeah,
oh, they sound great.
Don't they just, yeah.
So Glenno.
Riley Price, he's come up quite a few spots there.
Yeah, so Riley, one of the ones not completing his qualifying lap so well. Also Mitch Campbell, but Riley with a good start. It looks like he's just taking Mike King as well, as he just dips into that left-hander. So he's making some good gains in the field. Lap one still.
From the rear. Yeah, well done.
Notice the track's gone optimum too, so these guys have rubbered it up through the practice and the qualifying session already. It's gone
perfect
to
timing.
The perfect conditions. You see the cars moving around in the corners, isn't it awesome to see?
Oh, look back here. It's Jared Dawson with Lucas Saad, Mitch Campbell, all over the back of it. They're like spread nearly 3 wide down into 1. He's got a job on his hand. Oh, Jared there, new to Asrnz, and
there's Lucas Saad right behind him too. We know Lucas has actually got good pace when he gets his head around when he's driving.
Definitely seems to shine a little bit in the GT4s too, Lucas. So yeah, watch that space. But yeah, down into 1 there, that was spread well wide.
Again, with the same engines and all the cars, you know, the setups, there's a little bit to do, but not much. So it's a really, you know, got to follow the leader, and a lot of racecraft comes into this, and how you set, you know, your opponent up into a corner. Watch them lap after lap, you know, we see where their mistakes are.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. As we see just Dave Zero. Bobby
really
Laycock, I think.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
I think Vaughan Martin went with him. He's also got Brad Robinson. So now Brad was another one that you guys mentioned that didn't get his qualifying in. So he's looking for that move as well. It reminds me of race 2 last week at Suzuka, where a lot of these fast guys, or a good handful of them at least, back in the pack and coming through. So
into the wall, pushing hard.
So Mudgee out of that extended section of the track, out of the boot, back onto the track, and just clipping that wall. We'll see if we can get a replay on that actually. So yeah, tricky, a little off camber. Most of Watkins is cambered up very nicely, but this little corner here, just off cambers as it comes back onto
it's blind. It's also a blind corner too,
yes.
so it's really hard to pick where you need to position the car.
So it got well into that wall. Lucky to have kept the pace up actually, as well as he did. So it's nice work from Mudgee there. Onwards and upwards, Mudgee.
Good to see him back on the track. This time round, mechanical gremlins put aside.
For sure. We'll get back to this we got here. Dave Zero stepping out a little bit now once he's passed.
Kenny Simpson right up there. Isn't he driving well tonight? He's up in P4, you know, staying with, you know, right between Nick and Jeff. So Yeah, Kenny with real, genuine, good pace here.
Well, qualified in 4th too, so he's holding his position there, John. So nicely done. I think he would like these cars.
Yeah,
he's a real V8 rear-wheel drive guy, you know, like, so yeah, I'm sure Kenny's reveling in this stuff and well hooked up. And yeah, got a bit of a gap there. Sorry, Farmer, but
no, I was just keeping an eye on Riley Price as he slowly making his way through the field, putting a lot of pressure on the back Aaron Enright's car, but it has calmed down as I just got a little bit excited there.
Yeah, so only lap 2 still, viewers, you know, so it's only just under 30 minutes into the race, and yeah, Riley making some good gains into 8th position, made a few positions, but look, Aaron Enright is definitely the next car on the list, and we would expect him to get past sometime in the next lap or two. I think it's Vaughan Martin here and Jared Dawson. We've still got, yes.
Yeah, great little battle still going on there. Is that Brad too?
I think Brad's in amongst all that.
Inside,
yeah. Here we go.
Oh, Brad's got the move actually, hasn't he?
He has.
Oh, nice stuff on the inside. Good, clean stuff. No contact at all from those boys.
Tricky section here, though. It's gonna really.
Here we go.
Here we go. Up here, and this is the corner where one of them has to give way.
Vaughan has.
Might go into the wall out there.
Vaughan yields.
And, he could be a bit vulnerable to the car behind him now, because just that little lift will, lose a bit of that momentum too.
Yeah, and it's not even a full lift, isn't it? It's just like you're only just getting like not even maybe 20% off your throttle.
Oh, big error there from Brad. Yeah. And great to see the 28 car there of Bobby Laycock still on in this race.
Yeah,
and on it, and lifting his game tonight.
Definitely.
Running with the boys. It's good to see that car.
Yeah. And a shout out to Bob. Actually, he's turned up to a ton of races, and it's been hard racing at the back there for Bob. And like you said, Farmer, he's in the thick of it now, and this is the leveler that the ROC Championship brings to this.
Doesn't it? What? Yeah. That same class racing always does. It's awesome stuff. Just focusing there, just quickly on Aaron and I think it's Riley Price. Riley getting a little bit impatient, showing the nose there, well up beside Aaron, but Aaron not giving in. So that continues.
And I think that's that section of track there where Riley's really strong through that certain area of the track. I'm pretty sure he'll make it work from the next 27 minutes, right?
Without a doubt, eventually. And
what are we talking, John? How many laps are we talking here, bud? Have we got the
we do.
Stats on that, mate?
Yeah, well, it's nearly 2 minutes a lap, 155 on the good 156. We see Glenn already on a 156.0. That's his quickest lap. But in terms of race distance, look, we're looking around 18 laps, pretty much. So what are they now? Four laps in. So.
And they're running hot, which is good.
They're running hot, yeah. So pace up the top, like I said, Glenn running 56.1s, Mudgee next best behind him at 56.6. Good half second off. So again, Glenn doing what we've seen him do again, just running a bit. But
doing a great job there, eh?
But hey, look, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Can't it? What? As we just get out of the back of Aaron Enright's
Aaron Enright's car that's all over the back of the grass there, yes.
Because this is ramping up, viewers. Just as we flick to that camera.
A little bit of a telltale sign that he is feeling the pressure in the mirrors, isn't it?
I think it was just all the dust and the stones going everywhere that sort of gave that away. But a little bit of pressure.
Steve Melling running really nicely in 6th there. His best time at 157 flat, so he's still running the same pace as the cars ahead of him. He's in fact probably the quicker of the cars just ahead of him, so he's just line astern, but keeping his cool, keeping the car off. I did a bit of practice with Steve-O, and he was running super consistent, as we know, but running good pace. he's sitting nice there. He'll pounce if there's any mistakes in front.
Given the chance, no doubt. Steve Belling currently running in 6th position, so yeah, nice work from Steve-O. A little bit of clean air there at the moment, but like you said, hitting his numbers, and that's where it counts. Even Glenn Dewar at the top will be just hitting those numbers, and you know, like just making sure his tyres are good. Now, tyres here could be a bit of an issue, actually, guys, because it is a bit hungry on the tyre.
Tyres could be a bit of an issue. Do we have a left to right ratio there, John? Have we?
So
do we know what we're dealing with here, bud?
Well, clockwise track here in Watkins Glen, about 5.4 kilometres. Yeah, we got 11 turns here. If you excluding the bus stop,
Yes.
all that the bus stop, but 11 turns. 7 to the right, 4 to the left.
7 to 4 ratio. Yeah,
so it's going to be really hard on the left-hand side of the car around here. Super hard.
Yep.
So a lot of these pressures will be set a little bit off balance.
Yep.
Just to set that car up. Obviously, a lot of camber on this track too, so you don't need to run so much camber on your car. You can probably run your camber setting a little neutral, but a bit of a flatter tyre. Get a bit more drive because there's so much camber already on the track.
Yeah, that's it. And it's we just see Riley Price sneak past.
Yes.
He has got, and that's Mitch Campbell just sideways in the background, actually. Now, Mitch Campbell had ranged up on the back of Riley Price there. We'll get a replay on that a bit. Let's have a look at that. But you'll see Mitch Campbell getting up in behind Riley Price. He finally caught up. Riley had run out of time. He needed to make that move on Aaron.
This was that section of the track too where he was strong.
It is that blind section.
It's nicely done, Dave. It's unfortunate for that car of Mitch Campbell there.
Yep, just got tangled up.
A little bit caught out.
Yeah, a little bit caught out. Aaron just a little bit rattled from a little bit of hip and shoulder from Riley, and just came in contact with Mitch. But I don't think that's the last we're going to. Dave Zero took advantage of that. I don't think we're going to see the end of this because Dave Zero and Mitch Campbell on the march.
Yes, and Dave Zero, another one that started well down the
back, yep.
And didn't get a qualifying lap in, so he's up at P9. We know Riley's up at P7. There was another one back there. Mitch Campbell as well. So these guys are starting to sort of show where or whereabouts they should really sort of fit into this race.
Oh, for sure. I just wonder whether Aaron has the measure for the two boys behind him. As I just watch him right up in the back of Riley, look at him there. How strong is Aaron through that back section of the track there?
This could be one of those things, David, where you just feel so under pressure when you're being chased, but it's just actually when you're following someone, you can just sort of more easily do the laps that you need to do.
Yeah, 100%.
And he might just be able to stick with them, John. Do you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. You do get rattled, man. That's getting heating up, isn't it?
That is. And these guys.
But you did right. When you are, sitting behind that car, you're seeing where they're missing the apexes, and you know exactly where to place your car. And sometimes you slip past them, and then you go, what do I do? Because you've been, you've got all this fresh air all of a sudden, and you kind of do have to adjust and adapt. That sometimes it does take a bit, but I'm sure Riley will get his flow going and
doesn't look like it at this stage anyway.
He's well wide into one, and I think that's an example because, like you say, John, you've been using that car in front of you as a braking marker, as a turning point for the first half of this race, and all of a sudden you've been given a big free gap in front of you. You've got to make it your own decisions all of a sudden, don't you?
Yeah, look, it's like NASCAR racing at the moment, the way they are. It's like,
look at these guys.
I tell you, Mitch Campbell is going to get the better of Aaron Enright if he's not careful.
Look at this stuff.
Switcheroony here. Oh, and who's that? That's Lucas Saar getting in on it too.
Well, he surely is not too far behind.
Good little battle.
Aaron under all sorts of pressure, but still delivering on the back of Riley's car there. Actually, Aaron now.
That's an awesome battle, isn't it, this one? I think
Aaron might have run out of puff there. I think he might have just, that was his shot at it.
Well, I think he's gone back into defence mode, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
he does. It looks well like that. And rightly so. Look at these two. As we see Mitch round the outside of Dave Zero, he's going to make this stick. He's got the rights to the next corner. Mitch Campbell on Dave Zero. Amazing pass. Wow. What an effort. We might get a 30-second on that too, boys. This is ramping up.
And this is optimum track running, and we know Dave Zero loves his optimum tracks, and super quick at his laps and optimum race conditions. So yeah, just
that was Mitch, wasn't it?
Pushing
Just got
hard,
out of the bottom of that bowl, just got the drive, went right down the outside of Dave Zero.
Dave covered rightly so, and Mitch still had the pace to actually pull alongside Dave's car, take him on the outside cleanly. Nice driving from both.
Wow.
Awesome pass there. Mitch Campbell, what a class act there. Very quick last week.
It's nice to see our new guy Jared running back in 15th. Doing an awesome job there. Best lap of his race so far, 1:59.1. So yeah, keeping Vaughan Martin just in sight there and using him as a carrot to pull him along. So
yeah,
welcome to the to the fierce competition that's here at Asrnz.
Welcome
Jared.
to the madness, Jared. And he's got his work cut out for him. We can't get too far away from this Aaron Enright, Mitch Campbell, Dave Zero battle as it ensues. We're 18 minutes to go, and the pace is hot.
That's great. These cars, they are racing so close together, but there are big consequences when they get it wrong too, and they're going to have to stay within the rules of good conduct racing, and be fair too, and give room and space, and you can see it happening on track, and it's just providing great racing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Well,
Mitch showing the nose again.
Good lunge in there.
Just trying to rattle Enright there, Farmer. Well picked up there, mate.
Yeah,
look at him here. He's got the run here, but he's going to run out of track. He's get down the inside.
Enright.
Very late.
Very brave there to sustain that, but
luckily Enright opened the door there for him. Tiny little glance on the front of the car.
Oh,
Dave Zero wants a bit of it.
Oh no, there's big turn.
Massive contact there.
Whoa. Unfortunate for Aaron having such a great race there. Dave Zero just trying to sneak through there. I think seen Mitchie get it done. He wanted to do the same.
Yeah, and rightly so. Just saw the gap. The car was slower.
Yeah. To be honest, Davo, just having a quick look at it, did actually look like the opportunity was almost on there for Dave Zero, and it just didn't end the way that we were kind of hoping. And probably the way he was hoping too. So.
Yeah, and we'd already talked about it in lap one that run up the hill is critical, and although it on screen it looks like they've got plenty of space to work with, when you're flat chat running up that set of S's, there's not a lot of room to work with. So there's a classic example of it, viewers. Dave Zero and Aaron Enright back in the field.
We just actually, Davo just picking up that the safety car has actually just rolled out onto the track, mate.
Oh, here we go. Now look, here we go. This is a first for Asrnz, official race night, first safety car ever. We did see it in the shakedown. It did get a bit of stress testing, but here we go. Safety car out, two cars, big accident between Aaron Enright and I'd say it was the Dave Zero Aaron Enright incident farmer that got that safety car triggered, and rightly so, I think. Possibly damage to one or both of those vehicles, may give those guys a chance to come back and do a quick repair. But we see now the safety car out. Beautiful safety car, actually. Beautifully painted, bright yellow GT3.
Ah, it is beautifully painted, isn't it?
Beautifully painted GT3 Lexus safety car out on the track with the GT4s here. So we expect to see that car out for at least a minimum of 2 laps. We might see a couple of these boys, maybe Dave Zero and Aaron Enright, into the pits for repairs. So it'll be 100 kilometres an hour behind safety car, no overtaking, no overlap, just single file for the boys, so they'll just try and keep a bit of temperature in their tyres. And
yes, safety car rules apply, as these guys just follow obviously in single file here, and be interesting to see what happens here, Davo.
So yeah, definitely be interesting to see if we see. Now, the only cars I would suspect after, we've been pretty concise with our footage actually throughout the first half of the race. I don't think anybody's really been hard into the wall apart from Enright and Dave Zero. But although I now see the safety car rolling away, so I'd say the lights are out.
Good stuff. Control will go back to the 34 car of Glenn Dewar, and this has bunched them all right up behind him, David. All that hard work he's done. You can take that back. We'd like to see it again. Thanks, Glenn.
And I think we will. And now Mudgy right there, rubbing his little mitts together, just thinking, let's go. Let's just send it. McIndoe also right there. Kenny Simpson. We've got Jeff Burst, Steve Melling, Riley Price, Mitch Campbell now in the top 10 as well. Lucas Sarr as they go into the start zone where they can accelerate away. Glenn Dewar already off. We have green lights. Dewar makes an early start in the zone. The zone is between the overbridge after the final corner and the start-finish line. Glenn Dewar immediately away. No mucking around. And look at that field. It's pretty well status quo. Obviously nose to tail, but no overlap. Nobody's really made any gain there, although it has bunched the field. We just look back at Ford Martin there actually.
Just watching the car of Dave Zero go around the outside of Lucas Sarr there down the back straight. He's gained 1 position.
That was that was Dave Zero and Lucas Sarr.
Yes, the 87 car of Dave Zero there was a fantastic.
So a nice start from
delivery.
Dave actually, straight back on it. Trying to make some gains back from where he left off. Pretty well. He hasn't lost a lot though, has he? Position-wise.
No, he hasn't. Let's look at Aaron Enright there down in 15th. He was the other affected car there, Davo, but because he's got an opportunity now to at least snatch a couple of posies in front of him.
Yep, for sure. So let's pop up the front here and just see how the lead pack have dealt with that safety car actually. Dewar, not too phased by it, but look at that top 4. Bam, 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 bam. Nose to tail, not a lot of distance. Even 5th there, which I think is Jeff Burst. All very close. I'll tell you who has got his work cut out for him in Steve Melling. 6th position, because he's got some heat coming.
Whoa. And he's got the guy that's running the wall on the exit.
That was Riley Price.
Davo, right back, as you were talking about Riley, the guy on the charge tonight.
Oh, Riley.
Really playing it on the line, and he's vulnerable.
Riley's lost. He's got it.
Okay. Is
Mitch
that Mitchy
Campbell.
Campbell?
Mitch
Yes.
Campbell nails it. I think that little rub on the wall. I think we'll get a 30 on it, Farmer.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a little rub on the wall from Riley. Really. Oh, that's not a little rub,
That's
Farmer.
not a little rub, is it, mate?
It's not a little rub at all.
That's a lot of wall, isn't it? And
That's
again,
a lot of wall.
these cars, now that they're all bunched up a lot.
Lucky they're bloody Camaros, I tell you. If there was anything else, it'd be on track. But yeah, that really gave that gain to Mitch Campbell and really made it easily down into one. No question.
Good stuff there. And just while you're away there, JB, we've had the safety car out on track, mate, there for the first time in the series. Great livery, looked great on track. It's really put the racing back together.
Absolutely.
And it's been another great opening lap, mate. Yeah.
We saw a huge accident. We saw the beat up car of 96 with massive amounts of damage.
We did. Yeah. So
We did, and we noticed he didn't actually pop into the pits for repairs. So
it's been keeping an eye on it. Its terminal speed well down.
Right.
You would expect so, wouldn't you?
And I mean, the images, you probably, I'm not sure if the camera guys can see it, but it looks beat up.
Now, is that on the zero? No, that's Aaron Enright car you were mentioning.
Yeah, the Enright car, yeah. I think the car of 87 might have been involved with that.
yeah, no, the Dave Zero car is honking, mate. We've just seen it rip past on a move there on Lucas Saar not long ago.
So now we got to get
Wow,
back
Mudgy
to
a lot closer, isn't he?
the gains from Mitch Campbell on the move.
Mitch Campbell
who's
has
next
taken
in
over
line?
from the Riley Price, hasn't he?
Yes.
He's come through. These guys both come through from the back.
I just
What
noticed.
sort of times is Mitch doing there, John? It's his last lap round, mate. Is he on the pace or?
Yeah, Mitchy 156.7. So yeah, he's the cars ahead of him in the 157. So Mitchy definitely has a good half second over the guys in front of him, but just can't do anything with it, obviously. So yeah, look, he's going to be up behind Milling, and Milling, he won't be rattled by that.
That will be something to watch, actually, because we've seen Mitchy put some good moves on there tonight. He's not shy. We saw him work over Aaron earlier on.
Here we go. Mitch Campbell on the inside.
As we talk about it,
Out of the bowl there. Didn't quite make it happen. Gives it Melling a
this was
flash
where he
of
was
headlights.
super strong, and we saw him go around the outside of. Was it Dave Zero down here before?
Around the outside of Dave Zero into this, around this right hander here. That's Riley Price right in behind Mitch Campbell. Mitch won't want Riley to get too close here. He'll want to take care of Melling as soon as possible. He'll want to dispatch that Castrol car and just keep moving forward. Both Mitch and Price lapping, potentially able to lap quicker than Melling easily. So yeah, watch this space. Melling clean as though, Mr. Consistent.
Oh, Mr. Consistent. He's not going to make an error. You just know.
Yeah, you just
already
know.
know. Yes.
He's got some new equipment too, just recently, i.e. graphics card, loving it.
I remember a comment that Steve-O made actually was, I think, the older style graphics card, they can only render so much of what you can see, and sometimes you can only see, 5 or so cars ahead of you and 5 behind you. He can see the whole field now.
and you know what he can see is bloody Mitch Campbell all over it. All over him.
The defensive line here too. And
again.
So this isn't
He has
ideal
this
for
will
Mitchie.
compromise the Dixon.
Surely.
Riley's the one that's going to make the big game.
Here we go.
Look at
And they're both going. Melling looks like he stepped aside there. He's letting those boys go.
Yeah.
Riley
though.
As well.
Is Riley going to get right round?
Have to go the long way.
The dirty stuff.
But if he can stay there, he's got that right to that hairpin left, that right hairpin. So, going to say Riley's going to get that position.
Oh, good, clean stuff from all the boys there. That's Dave Zero.
That's
Just,
Dave Zero.
you can see
yes.
that just behind Melling now. That is Dave Zero. So it's not over for Steve Melling. Zero will want to chase that train. He knows he needs to be on the back of that train and deserves to be on the back of that train given his pace.
And is that car damaged too with that contact? That
I would expect so. It doesn't show it. I think it's the paint scheme on the car. You don't notice the damage quite so much. I can see a little bit on the front splitter, but not a lot showing. Oh,
yeah, it does look like a thing, doesn't it?
It does.
Kenny Simpson still holding fourth. Well done. Good drive, Kenny.
Yeah, good drive, Kenny. And there's a bit of action going on right at the back of the field there as we just see Phil Turner putting the move. Mike King putting the move on Phil Turner as they go side by side.
Oh,
it's not over. The commentators curse as we pick up on them.
It almost looked like it almost looked like a drift championship into the final corner there, didn't it?
Speedway race.
Yes.
But,
it does look like there's been a bit of gentlemanly here. Who's going to go first? Whose fault was that? And we'll get back into the racing.
Okay. Yeah. Something's happened here. We've got Riley back in front of Steve Melling. Mitch Campbell out in front.
Going right around the outside of Steve Melling at the moment. And some through the grass though, to get the job done.
Way off track.
Melling's not. Oh, Melling out in the dirty
Melling
stuff.
Now doing the reverse.
So we missed Mitch Campbell getting past Riley Price.
No, that happened earlier. Yeah, that happened earlier. Okay. No, we did catch that up. They both slipped Steve-O.
Yeah.
But he's going to be hunting burst now, isn't he? He's like a shot cat. He's out of there. He's after Jeff now, and like the pace that Mitch is running is definitely a good half second quicker. So
he has the pace, doesn't he? You know, like he literally is just reeling the field in here, and it just takes him like a lap or maybe half a lap to get past his driver, but then he just races so quickly up behind the next one.
And they don't have many laps left. There's only 2 minutes 40 to go, so I think they've only got this and one more, and that's it.
And you can see Kenny Simpson there too. Now, Kenny Simpson is running in fourth. Look how quick Mitch is running. He potentially, will not get Kenny, but could quite easily get Jeff Burst there. What?
Jeff will make that Camaro, that black Camaro with orange wheels as wide as he can.
Oh, you know it. Rolly Price, some mistakes down the back end of the race here. He's put him back in the clutches of Dave Zero. Steve Melling lost, 3-4 positions there over the last 10 minutes. Tough gig, still holds down a top 10 position in 9th. Lucas R in 10th position, but the race is Jeff Burst and now Mitch Campbell, the next victim. Really, isn't it, for Mitch Campbell tonight?
Yeah, it's been a good race for Mitch Campbell to watch him come through from the back.
Yeah, good clean stuff, and we've also seen Dave Zero and Riley Price come through as well. They've all had such varying races, though, haven't they? You know, like between the three. And as we see Mitch
strong. This is where he's super strong.
So
out of
good
the
out
bottom
of
that bolt.
Look at it, he's easily got this. He's in front.
Yeah, he's down the inside this time. Yeah.
So tidy stuff. Not an issue. Kenny Simpson next.
To scratch that Camaro at all.
Jeff's not wanting to put a scratch. Oh, and in the background there, did I just catch Riley Price? Dave Zero. Bit of a battle there through the same turn.
Yeah,
it's on. It's on.
Here we go. Zero showing the nose. Riley's got. I bet you he's got no tyre left.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Riley's struggling. He's got one more lap. He's vulnerable. I can see Zero go. Look at this. Zero, nearly. He's going to be past him before the start finish line here.
Yeah, Dave's going to get this into one shot.
Easily. Riley's got nothing to fight back with.
Looking for the switch there.
Yeah, he looked for something, but Dave had it really covered on the apex, didn't he?
Here we go.
The run he has.
Here we go.
got a bit of side by side, and this is where the contact was made with Dave and Aaron there too.
Riley yields smartly. Now, can he get the slip? Can he get under the back of that thing? Has he got the pace?
Right on the marbles
there.
there.
Running through all the dirty track, yeah.
Dave's just going, mate, you go on the outside all day.
Steve Melling will be just watching, and look at him range up. Steve-O's just closed that gap in as these guys battle. If these guys tangle, Melling's going through.
Mitch Campbell all over the back of Kenny
Riley
Simpson,
off track and into the wall.
Oh no!
Go Riley.
He still holds the position way out of the dirty stuff.
He's pushing too hard. He's lost it.
Really pushing hard. You're right. Yeah.
He's trying too hard. Yeah.
All those marbles on the side of the road
Good
you
to
see,
see.
Viewers, are probably all from Riley's car. He's spread those tyres. There's nothing left on their on the car of the 979 car.
No.
Well done, it's been awesome to watch.
Should we jump back up the front here and just watch our leader come around the last couple of laps there, Davo?
Yeah, definitely. Glenn drew this mayhem goes on behind him. He runs away with it 3 seconds on in front of the nearest contender, Mark Mudgeway. But yeah, well done, Glenn. To Mark Mudgeway in second, Nick McIndoe, and then it comes. We got Mitch Campbell, Kenny Simpson, Jeff Burst. Mitch Campbell got Kenny Simpson.
Mitch Campbell on the line.
Yeah, on the line.
Dave Zero, Riley Price, Steve Melling, and Lucas Sava for the top 10. My God, I didn't see that coming. Wow. Brad Robinson, 11th position. Aaron Enright in 12th. Vaughan Martin in 13th. Doing a bit of drift action. Nice work. Bobby Laycock in 14th. Mike King and Phil Turner round the final turn in 15th and 16th respectively, and Jared Dawson not too far behind in 17th to round it out. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to the hot box and we'll get some driver interviews going.
Yeah, awesome stuff there, Davo, and 0.023 of a second. Mitch over Kenny on the line.
0.206.
0.023.
0.02. Yep.
Isn't that interesting? Because Riley and Mitchie were battling, and Mitchie obviously with the pace, and look at that. He reeled in Burst and Simpson.
Amazing
awesome stuff.
Amazing.
As we grab old mate here, I'll just let him in. We'll just welcome into the comms box our third place getter. Congratulations, Nick McIndoe. Awesome job, bud.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good work, bro. How did it feel for you? Where'd you start? P3?
P3, finished P3.
Yeah. Did you have anything for them, or what's the game?
Nah.
Just hanging in there.
Jack shit.
Yeah, your best lap was a 156.8. The Mudgee was very similar in speed, but Glenn just, different postcode again. So, but I'll tell you who was coming, Mitchie.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Kenny kept me honest the whole race though.
Yeah. I think he was right with you until he went into defensive mode because Mitch came up behind him.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, and then he fell back. So.
Yeah, it was a bit of a non-eventful race, really, but hey, we'll take the points.
Hey, how's the car feel, Nick?
Rubbish. Yeah.
There you go.
One word, mechanics, mate. Tune it up.
That's all we need.
That's what we need. Good honesty from the driver.
Thanks, buddy. Go and throw the spanners at it.
Yeah, a driver never blames his tools, eh?
No, it's always the operator.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you.
Okay, cheers.
Mr. McIndoe, Nick McIndoe.
P2, we've got Mr. Mark Mudgeway. Welcome to the cons booth. Mudgee on a P2. Congratulations, buddy.
Cheers, boys.
Awesome race, mate. Glenn sort of drove away from you. Did you have to defend Nick much, or just a bit of a loner?
Nah, just a real boring, lonely race.
Yeah, right. It's what we're hearing. It's what we're hearing from the top three so far. Yeah.
Safety car spiced it up. That was good to see that come out.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, tyre temperatures dropped a little bit after that. Glenn, there was a couple of times I thought maybe Glenn was going to drop it, but he didn't. So, he was just 2, 3, 4, 5 tenths quicker every lap again. So,
Yeah.
So when you said that the temperatures dropped, like how much did they drop?
oh, bugger all, to be honest with you. But you felt it, you could feel it. But within a lap, they were back up again. It was only really on that first lap after.
Yeah, cool.
You had to warm them up. I felt like you had to keep the temperature in them behind the safety car for sure.
Yeah, and plenty of fuel left in the car at the end there.
Yep. Yeah, I ran. I haven't done much practice, so I didn't actually know how much fuel to run in the car. So, luckily Glenn shared his fuel usage, so that's fine. Yeah, it was good.
Now Nick said his car was rubbish. How was yours?
I'd rather be like Glenn's.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
I think I need to take some air off it. He got a good run in a turn 1, turn 2, and then I could just see him pulling away up the hill.
Yeah, okay.
So I think I'm going to have to take a bit of wing or something off it.
Okay.
Ask Mitchie what he's doing too, bro, because Mitchie's car was honking. Yeah.
Noticing a lot of these cars are actually changing gears around that 6,500 RPM range, so they're short shifting a lot. Linners, so he's not ringing it right out. So there you go.
Awesome stuff.
Awesome stuff, mate.
Good on you,
Thank
Mudgy.
you for coming to talk to us, Mudgy. We did notice the new paint job, the colour scheme. We saw you hit the wall. We didn't see the marks.
Yeah,
congratulations.
We love white.
We love white.
Great to see you back.
And then we'll just grab down old mate into our comms box. Welcome to our winner, Glenn Jewett. Congratulations, bud.
Cheers. Can anyone stop him?
Yeah, I think the qualifying rule's going to stop him. I reckon he's going to muck up quali at some stage throughout this champ, and he's going to have to start off the back. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that on board.
How's your race, Glenn? Talk us through how it went and what the tyres felt like and how they cycled after that safety car.
Yeah, no, they were good. And I was sort of comfy up to that safety car point, and I kind of wondered whether it might have come out because I heard a little bit of chit chat on channel that there was an incident, so I was half expecting it. They probably took 2.5 laps to cycle back up, maybe 3 to be honest. After the safety car, they just sort of were just a little bit doughy, and then missed a couple of brake marks, or maybe just they weren't responding, and then had a bit of pressure from Mudgy after the safety car restart, and then and then sort of just managed it from there. And tyre was good at the end. It was, I probably could have pushed it to being a 10th off my PB, but they were right.
You could have, but you didn't.
No.
That'd be just showing off, wouldn't it?
No, safety's key, mate. We'll go out there and just probably do what we have to so that we don't get too fancy about it.
Yeah, nice one, mate. Nice one. Anyway,
you've certainly set the benchmark, so well done,
mate. You have, and you do seem to be the guy to beat with 3 from 3 so far in the championship. So
because
awesome work, bro.
Everyone else we're talking to is scratching their head, going, "Oh, how is the car?" They're just going, "Oh, we wish we were in Glenn's car."
We want Glenn's car. Everyone wants Glenn's car. So the community would like you to share your set, obviously now.
I'm sure the mechanics paperwork has been shared down the lane, but look, regardless of that, the racing down the back end was just phenomenal. Awesome race back in the pack.
Yeah, it was. There was some great racing mid pack and obviously down the back as well to watch.
What brought the safety car out, boys?
Well, an accident did, bro. It was all on, mate. Yeah.
Okay. She was a biggie? Somebody obviously suffered.
Huge safety issue that had to be dealt with, and was dealt with accordingly. And
nice.
A great restart. So well done, Glenn. P1.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
So, bro, we'll see you again soon, eh?
I was going to say we're going to see you soon. So.
Yeah.
We'll give it a go. Apparently, one of you has just put the fucking commentator's curse on me. But,
sorry about that, mate, because that has already worked once tonight.
No.
On old mate at the back there, we jinxed them as we brought them to stream. Yeah.
Righto. Well, we'll talk later, Farmer, if it happens.
Thanks, mate. Love your work.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Good on you, Glenn Dewar, ladies and gentlemen. Race winner round one, race one, round two here at Watkins Glen in the Chevy Camaro. Ladies and gentlemen, JB and Farmer, what an awesome race. We're going to take a quick break, guys. And yeah, we'll stay
See you
tuned.
soon.
Stay tuned. See you soon.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Welcome back, viewers, to the Asrnz 2023 GT4 Race of Champions, brought to you by SJS ABC Tech. Who else have we got? GoPro Bloody Racing. We've got FHM. We've got them all. We've got
Outdoor
heaps.
Outdoor effects.
Outdoor effects. They're all and sundry. We are at Watkins. It is race 2. It's actually quali 2, guys. And as you can hear, JB Farmer, we're all back from our egg and lettuce sandwich lunch, and we're back in the booth, and we are watching qualifying. Let me actually just get the adjust the screen here. But yeah, what a great race 1, guys.
Yeah,
expecting
great
quality
race.
again. So, you know, with some peak sort of stuff.
Yeah, what are we expecting? I've just seen the car, the 28 car of Bobby Laycock just escape back to pits without posting a time, Davo?
First thing I do notice is compared to the Saturday qualifying at lunchtime, they had conditions a lot different then. It was only a fast track. This is an optimum track here on Sunday, so no surprises there with all the rubber down.
Yeah.
But a lot later in the afternoon, 4 p.m. So yeah, leading into this 5 o'clock race tonight. Yeah, they're qualifying in optimum conditions at 30 degrees. So
Nice.
yeah. I'm
Just
pretty
trying to
sure.
work out the 92 car there of Jared Dawson first across the line with a 158.1. Sorry, John.
Yep, no, that's right. They're as they're all cycling up, you know, the field's certainly scattered, so these times will start rolling in.
Yeah.
So there's Vaughan Martin there just coming through.
Mike King also
Possibly
with the
Phil
time.
Turner about to cross the line here. He's posted into P4. Steve Malling to the top of a 57.1.
So expect the top guys be in 55s.
68 car of Kenny. Aaron Enright goes up there. Kenny through to P1. There we go. Here comes Mitchie, mate. What's Mitchie got for us?
Mitchie with a
Mitchie to P2.
huge hit on the wall on the way out of the final corner there.
Yeah, good work.
The other thing to note as these lap times start tumbling in at the end here, you know, who's got what tyres left, because we've got to remember 3 tyre sets. They've had a half-hour practice session leading into that first quali session, and they've just done a 35-minute race. So, you know, they're going to be down. They're going to be reusing tyres.
Riley Price.
Dave Zero to the top too.
Oh, Dave Zero to the top. Now, Riley Price just going over for his lap now. It didn't look like he got into one very nice. He struggled with one, actually, Riley Price, throughout the evening.
Jeff Burson to P4.
Jeff Burse, P4 provisionally with a
Here comes the 21
57.0.
car.
This
Mark
is the
Mudgeway.
one. Now, Mark Mudgeway and Glenn Dewar rounding the final corner there. Very, very skatey off the inside ripple strip out of the final. Might upset his lap a little there. Dave Zero with a hot lap, guys. Oh no, that's Glenno.
These guys just starting their lap. That's Mudgey and Glenno just starting their lap. The next car out on track is the 979 car of Riley Price.
Riley's car,
And he has Nick McIndoe not too far behind him there on track.
Because we literally only have those
four
cars there out on track. So Riley first on the road. Riley very sideways through that bowl at the bottom of the hill of the boot. Down in that extended section of the track here. This is probably they're all very cambered corners except for this next left-hander. As they come back and re-enter the short
very
circuit.
Tricky.
Very blind, off camber.
Blind, yeah,
one of the only off camber corners in the whole circuit. So
easy to drift wide here too if you push hard and go really wide to take the left and then the right to get the run here.
And yeah, like you mentioned, because of all the cambering on the circuit,
look
you really
at
got
that.
Riley,
there's that
same
wall.
as Mitch Campbell. Big, heavy hit on the wall, pushing right to the end.
P9 for Riley.
Slick's
just coming through behind him. He's going to go... Where did that go? P2.
P2 for Nick McIndoe.
Car, so the 21 car of Mark Mudgeway is coming across.
Yep.
And
following
Glenn Dewar after that.
behind him.
So
Yeah.
Mudgy, nice time. No wall at all.
Yeah, a lot tidier there.
Couple of front
Would
rowers
expect him to
come here.
go up. Great time.
Oh,
Wow,
good
outstanding
Wow,
time.
50.
Wow.
That's a quick 55. Watch
That is
Gleno
great.
here. Will
Here
he
we
be
go. Here
responding?
comes Glenn.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
Ooh,
There's a tick in
good.
the armour.
Wow.
there you go.
And who finds it? Mark Mudgeway.
Those
Wow.
Well,
big laps, mate.
Those are huge
That-
laps,
that-
yeah.
hot.
Like we talked about them getting cuts in quali and having to like only do 90% laps. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not
A 90%.
that is not a
no.
90% lap. That is 100%, if not more laps. So yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
it,
Wow.
isn't it what? Wow.
Look, we don't know how many cuts the guys got in the last race, so that would be interesting to
Yeah,
find a little bit of that info.
Yeah, but no
Will be.
drive through. So
It looks like just the 28 car of Bobby Laycock there, obviously not completing or having a cut on his outlap, so on his hot lap rather. So just the one car there not able to qualify this time round. So the boys are improving. Boys are definitely improving.
for sure, for sure.
All right, so yeah, no, welcome back to our viewers. Carso's popped in there. He's obviously wanting to be here tonight as well.
Oh God, isn't it a shame when real life gets in the way? Yes.
It does. He's actually says he has tears rolling down his face, so
Oh, so he's sad.
he's very sad. He's very sad. He can't be part of this.
Ah,
Obviously, in the Jeff Burst Camaro Club wants to be here tonight.
Of course he does. Of course he does. It's either tears of joy or tears of sadness. But yeah, no, good stuff. Yeah, welcome to everybody viewing. It's always a bit of fun going on here, and some bloody good racing so far tonight. Awesome first race. Last week was outstanding. So yeah, no surprise there, really, guys. We're just about to click over for the formation
We
lap
are.
for
And do we want to
race
put a
two.
little wager on the side here? Have we got any big calls there, John? Got any sort of predictions? I.e. race winner?
Yeah, well, look. I mean, the TAB odds are still in favour of Glentua,
Yeah.
without a doubt. So, as a betting man, you're gonna definitely hedge your bets that way. However, I think Mark Mudgeway is not going to make it easy to pass, so there'll be plenty of action up there. Dave Zero, he could spice it up. But yep, as a betting man, my money's on Glenn.
Your money's on Glenn. Okay. Davo, do you think Mudgie's got what it takes to hold Glenn behind him for this race? That's what he's going to have to do. He's not going to drive away from him, is he? So
I'm too much of a fence sitter.
yeah, I'm a little bit with you. I would like to think that he possibly could do it. I'd like to think that he possibly could, but I think you're right, John. If you're actually at the TAB bench, handing over real hard-earned cash, I think you'd put it on Gleno, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'd also put a tenner on Mitch Campbell to podium. Also,
I think you're right there.
I think he will be a definite mover. He's just hasn't got that quality. He's he's I think his pace is.
So what are you saying? So what are you saying?
Mitch Campbell.
Trifecta.
Mitch Campbell. I think we'll see Mitch. I think we'll see Mitchie in the booth. Mark Mudgeway
in the booth.
And P2 and Glenn and
Gleno.
Yeah.
Yep.
You heard it. You heard it first.
Yeah, it's hot off the press, viewers. As the boys try to get these tyre temps in, we heard a little bit in the look. We had the first safety car ever in an official Asrnz league race earlier in race one. Yeah, bunched the pack up nicely. The boys did talk about getting their temps back up on those tyres just after only a short period. They were one lap behind that safety car. So, yeah, clearly you can see them there weaving now, trying to get pre-race temps in, So,
Yeah, good luck with that. I think when I had a little practice earlier on in the week, and you really roll out with very cold tyres out of the pits. So
Yeah.
going this slow, it's just going to have to be a cold tyre start. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
We-
there is
we-
the other
we-
option. You know, you can ride your brakes, you can ride the brake absolutely consistently the whole lap and get the heat from the road into the tyre. It actually does heat the tyre a little bit, but you end up burning just heat's like half tank gas, but
Yeah.
well, not, but it does throw out your race calculation on your fuel
Just watch
if you're
the
not
gauge
careful
go
with
down.
it. Yeah, like it does burn a couple of laps of fuel doing it. Yeah.
I trundled up pit lane, got a little bit of info about where the cuts were at. We're talking turn 1. A lot of the guys were getting a few there.
On the inside, no doubt.
And pretty much turn 8, which we call the heel of the boot there. So they're going through the hairpin at the boot and at the back end of the hill, but not a major one around here. They're not reporting much from it, just the odd guy getting cuts in those spots.
Great stuff as we see them form into formation.
Yes, it will be an interesting start. We've got a couple of the quick guys that were languishing down in the mid-pack, actually in race 1, now up in their rightful positions, given their lap times. So I would suspect this opening lap will be a little bit hotter and a little bit more hotly contested than it was.
I'm just going to call the dark horse in there of the 87 car of Dave Zero.
Dave Zero. I would say Dave Zero, Mitch Campbell, both really hot on the pace. They ran through the field there earlier. We're coming up to the line. Asrnz 2023 GT4 Race of Champions. The light is green. Look at Mudgee go. Dave Zero immediately puts pressure on Glendura. Too wide with Kenny Simpson and Mitch Campbell. Dave in front.
Dave at the P2. Kenny contesting it there with Mitch, like you say.
Mitch has got him. Mitch has got him up the hill.
He has. It looks like it's on in the back there as
well.
Burst.
I think Burst wants a bit of Kenny as well.
He does.
And we've got Aaron Enright's, Steve Melling side by side.
This is the action spot down here at the
bus
stop.
There's a lot of action down here, isn't there?
Oh my goodness.
Vaughan Martin. We got Vaughan Martin in the fence. I think that might be the Brad Robinson car. These cars are stopped on the track, not on the track, but off the track. These cars are not going to be good. We've seen this before at Watkins. That braking, that battle they have into the bus stop. You know, that braking battle they have into the bus stop always causes this. That Brad Robinson car looks like it's got a deflated right rear tyre, to be honest. Farmer, what do you take from that? Wow, we've seen it before. We've seen it before in the past and years gone.
Crazy stuff, Davo, crazy stuff. And it was the Vaughan Martin car and the Brad Robinson car,
Brad Robinson car, yeah. Vaughan Martin car, looks like they might have actually pulled that off the track already. Quite possibly. So that's unfortunate. Have we got, what's going on? We've got a safety car out. Actually, we've got a safety.
Davo, we have got a safety car out.
And rightly so, big incident, lap 1, down at the bus stop. 2 cars heavily into the tyre barriers, neither of them moving for some time. Safety car out. They'll pick up the leaders right at the start of the race here. I'm surprised actually to see Dewar down technically in 3rd. I think he should be in, but he's showing on my telemetry as in 2nd still, so I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Yeah, not too sure either, Dave.
Are you getting that data as well?
I am
Farmer?
actually, mate. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on the Brad Robinson car there as he is pitting for repairs,
Pitting for repairs.
Davo.
Yep. So now in this case, we would expect to see the safety car out for long enough for a car to be repaired, and this is what we're expecting to pick up the back of the pack and to continue on with the field. So
yes, now provided he can get out, obviously, which you would like to think he's got plenty of time to do that.
yeah.
Devo, and
So as we see the
hopefully
field,
be able to rejoin the back of that pack.
yeah. As the field just files along in behind the safety car, we didn't see it at all last week in round one.
Brad off the jacks.
Robinson off the jacks. Car's fixed.
Car's fixed, looking beautiful.
Yeah.
In the short time that it sat there, and he will have the hammer down now to get himself onto the back of that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
ASAP.
Now that field is at they're probably about 2/3 away around the track at this stage. I would suspect that safety car will stay out for another lap. I do not know exactly. We're not privy to the information, but I'd suspect that safety car will run one more lap, allowing.
I think that would be right, Dave.
Yeah.
Allowing that car to actually get back on there.
Yeah. Yeah, so like we mentioned there, big accident between the 775 Brad Robinson car and the 776 Ford Martin car. That'll be an interesting debrief after a race.
It will be, and
I'm sure they're teammates.
Yeah,
So
I think they are actually mates. And the Vaughan Martin car, unfortunately, escaping back to pits. We're
back on the trailer.
We're actually
already.
seen here that he probably could have done the same as Brad and gone in and repaired that car.
Yeah.
And he would have had a chance to get back in it. So unfortunate that Vaughan has hit the button, escaped the pits, and his night is over.
Yeah, he's basically, so race is over for Vaughan Martin now. Like we said, car back in the transporter. We will not see that back on track tonight. This is race 2. Safety car situation here, viewers, if you've just joined us. We're only just into the half-hour mark, like we've still got plenty of the race to go. But lap 1 incident at the bus stop has brought the safety car out. We've got a couple of laps in. We would suspect this car to get the lights out and get back into the pits at the end of this lap.
I would expect so, Davo. So we're just watching I'm just keeping an eye on the Brad Robinson car there as he rips through the bus stop. He's got the hammer down. He knows he needs to catch up to that pack.
Yeah, well, he's easily got it. If he's at the bus stop, he'll be well up behind him in time. It looks like the safety car may already have the lights out by the looks of it, as it moves away from the field.
It does.
Leaving Mudgee in control of the pack at 80 kilometres an hour. In single file until they get into this area between the cross bridge and the start finish line, which we call the start zone, and then the boys are able to even get a little bit of overlap if able to, and can adjust their speed slightly, but no overtaking. And then it'll be on, but still controlled by Mark Mudgee. So here we go. I can see Brad Robinson in the distance now. They're far. Just picked up on the back of the pack now.
As they come, a couple of corners to go.
Mudgee got control of the pack here. A couple of back markers there, just slagging.
Tense moments. Dave Zero right on the bumper there.
He's waiting for it, isn't he? And Glenn Dewar, I know he thinks he should be in first.
He
But
should
here he
be.
is.
Here's the go bowling sign.
Here we
Anytime
go.
after this.
Anytime after this. As he holds them, Mudgee holds them.
Mudgee holds them.
And then he's off. Halfway through. As he accelerates, we got a green. Down to T1. Nice, successful start there. Oh, this is going to be hot at the top. Aaron Enright all over the back of Steve Melling. That's Lucas Saar right behind, and Riley Price and Jared Dawson. We've got to get up the front here just quickly.
It's on everywhere, Davo.
Mitch Campbell, Nick McIndoe, Glenn Dewar, Dave Zero. Doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot cleaner through that section this time, isn't it? A couple of guys caught out at the back there just on the restart, but the rest of the field through cleanly through the bus stop.
Very, very tidy and tight stuff. There, it's on. Early safety car. Everyone was G'd up for the start and have had to pull the reins up on it and then go again. And they're agitated. They're running hot.
They are.
Look at this battle in the background here. It's Riley Price, Aaron Enright, Lucas Saar, Steve Melling.
There's a move there from, is it Mitchie having a look around the outside of Nick McIndoe there?
Oh, now Mitch.
This is where he got it done last time.
We saw Mitch go round Dave Zero there.
No.
In race one.
Oh, he's still sniffing.
Oh, he's got it down on the inside there. Can he make that stick? Oh, he's going to make that stick. He's got McIndoe hanging out to dry. He's got it done.
He's got it done.
Nice work. Mitch Campbell on fire tonight. He can see the back of Glenn Dewar's car now for the first time tonight.
Yes.
McIndoe, real life racer here. He knows he's got great racecraft, and you know you don't get involved with some stuff too early, and a good presence of mind to see what Mitch was up to. So,
yep.
But TAB odds really favouring Mitch here as he enters towards that podium.
Yeah, well, Slunk coming under pressure now from Kenny, all behind him
Already.
there. And if his plan was to let Mitch through, then surely it would be to try and hang on to the back of him and get him to, you know, pull you along to that front group there. But
yes, in that post-race interview
I was
as well.
Like he said, the car's shit. Yeah,
the post-race interview, he did say Kenny kept him honest, didn't he? And he really felt that pressure. So we expect that those two will stay locked at horns throughout this duration of the next 24 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. As much as the cars look like they're spread out, that's tight for Watkins. You know, like you only did a little wriggle in that car that's, you know, 8 car lengths behind you. It's right there. So the average speed's right up there. So yeah, on camera it might not look like they're close, but that is some tidy stuff there.
it is.
As Mudgee runs away, Dave's got Glenn all in his mirrors and is playing a pretty well defensive mode at the moment.
Yeah, this is going to be a calculated race now from Glenn because we know he's got the pace, don't we?
Yeah.
And you know, Dave showing massive aggression in the last race. We saw the tangle up with Aaron Enright, so you know his gloves are off, and Glenn will be well aware of that, and he's just probably going to be sizing him up and looking for weaknesses probably, and
for sure. I mean, it's really the first time that Dewar's had to really race hard for his position over the last 3 races, you know, so a little bit in race 2 at Suzuka, but with Mitch Campbell, but yeah.
2 cars in front this time, so the job's going to be harder, and all the while
he makes a move. Oh, on zero with a bit of a wriggle out of 1. Plenty
this is where they're committed, isn't it?
Yeah, plenty of space given, and Dewar gets it done.
Good pass.
Good pass. Oh, you hear him roar up the hill, these big V8s.
Robinson on the back of Dawson as well. Super close.
Now, remembering Robinson from the back of the pack, he was one of the ones that got tangled up in that lap 1 incident. just into the bus stop there. So yeah, a new, like really well repaired car. He's into it. Look at him showing the nose on Dawson. Really showing his intent.
Yeah, and that'll be great for the boys. No, you know, they've been caught up in a bit of a scuffle there. You know, maybe no fault of their own. Sometimes nursing a damaged car is always hard for 30 or 40 minutes. And so yeah, you're right. Brad, fresh parts on that car, and he's got, albeit he's at the back, but he's eyes forward.
Yeah, definitely, and yeah, at least he's got something underneath him. He can attack again and sort of regain, you know, some of that. So yeah, no, good stuff. Safety car.
Yeah, good stuff. Not sure about mentioning the fact of you could just maybe check through the book there, John, on the status of the Vaughan Martin car. We did see him push the escape button back to pits due to the safety car accident.
Yeah,
and
he's back in the
now
race.
circulating again in the race. I just need a bit of clarification on how that works.
Yeah. Okay. So he in last position, mind you, and I think maybe about 3 laps down.
Yeah, that's right. Look, he's lapped down, but he's still in the race, and he's getting valuable data for his team and engineers, and they'll push that through to the Nürburgring next week, albeit they're in a different car.
Yeah, a completely different car. Yes.
Totally.
Look, hey, it's all about miles behind the seat and hydraulic pedals.
For sure. You know, like, and maybe he couldn't see the dummy. You know, like he had to go and look for it before he could go back out on track. So
is that after he spat it out?
Yeah.
Which he clearly did.
So it's
there's a lot of teddies down pit lane sometimes, and
so nice work as we see Dawson very sideways in front of Martin through the bus stop there. But yeah, nice work to see Ford back out on track in race 2 here at Watkins Glen. Bill Turner. It is Bill Turner that is defending, actually, to Vaughan Martins.
Fastest lap of the race, Mark Mudgeway, 156 flat, so nearly in the 150s. Back down, 156.1 for Glenn Dewar, so, just he's going to start moving forward a second off the pace. We expect him to reel in Mudgey any time over the next 3 or 4 laps.
For sure.
Not sooner. But Mitch Campbell, look, he's on fire too. Clearly got pace over Dave Zero, and that one will be spicy.
That will when it gets together there. Just what's bloody Steve Melling's lap times looking like against Jeff Burst?
Yeah, 157 flats at the moment, and Burst on 157.6, 157.2. So yeah. About the same pace. Same as Kenny, actually, and Mick can go a little bit quicker.
Yeah, a lot of those boys very similar pace. And that mid-pack there with Riley, I think the only one maybe I saw him make a move earlier on Aaron, and he's starting to slowly catch up to the back of Steve-O there.
Yeah, Riley a little bit off his game tonight. He's shown some form there in the race 1 and a little bit there earlier in the race, but he's just not consistent enough to make it stick. So yeah, really struggling a little bit, I think, tonight, Riley.
Yeah, and if we talk about the points, Glenn, if we cast him aside, Riley and Mitchie we're tied on the points in second, and just only 5 points behind them was Jeffro and Dave also tied. So you got to think Riley's the big loser here. Mitch is the big winner.
Dave, would be knowing that point situation and would love to stay in front of Mitchie at the moment on track.
Yeah, it's a real shame not to see Sam Carson here too, because he was only 1 point behind Dave. So, shout out to you. I know you're a hard racer, and you're just, unlucky that you're not here.
Unlucky, but it is on between
Mitch Campbell, Dave Zero.
Dave Zero.
Yeah, no, There's not one
And-
bit of the track or outfield that Mitch Campbell is not using at the moment to try and
If you-
stay with Dave Zero.
It's that
Have
same
viewers-
section of
this-
track, eh? He's really strong through that boot section of
Isn't
the
he?
track.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
This battle, viewers, is going to be spicy. These two are hard races, and they will give an inch to each other.
No.
This will go to the end.
We just get out of the back of Dave Zero's here. I just watch it here as they will get to up the hill here through the bus stop, and then they drop down into the left-hander, into the boot section of the track, and you just watch. Look at Mitch already. Oh, lots of curb, car bouncing all over the place. The big Camaro, all over the joint. Good close start.
It must be down through here. Just going to keep an eye on
It's from here. It's from here
Actually,
up to back up
what
on
he
the track.
does here, because he seems to come out of this toe.
This bowl,
boat
this little
here,
bowl
yeah.
corner here. God, he comes out here. Look at the range that he's got there, and early on the pedal. Look at that. Nice. Dave had his measure there, though. Dave definitely had his measure.
So
yeah,
the
great run
red
there from Dave.
the red line on these Camaros is up just over the 7,000 RPM, but a lot of the torque curve is actually just under that, just at the 6,500 RPM. So the guys, some guys opting to rev it right out, other guys getting
Early.
a little bit more torque
Yeah.
off that 6,500 RPM change.
And just short shifting a little bit and just
Yeah.
getting back into that torque curve again early, and it shows, you know, like some cars just, it's not a big gain to rev them that last, you know, final couple of hundred RPM. So
I was seeing that from Mitchie, actually. I was just watching his in-car work there, where he is short shifting a
Short
lot, but
shifting.
then he's also absolutely fanging the death out of it in third around the last couple of corners there, taking it to red line and beyond, choosing not to go for another gear. So
and it's sometimes
Yeah.
when the boys were saying, you know, like he's got less wing on, sometimes it can just be that short shift will give it that car that toe, because it's back in that torque curve in the high gears longer, you know, and
look,
earlier.
Dave's pensive now, isn't he?
Oh, isn't he? What? Out in the dirty stuff, just
this
to
will
defend
compromise
Mitch.
his exit out of here. Maybe just a little.
It's the exit out of here into
Right
the
here.
right, isn't
Mitchie
it?
can
Yeah.
get it tucked in there. No, Dave's got it well covered.
But he held him up enough, didn't he? Just didn't give him any pace or room to move. So this is the battle on track right as we speak.
Just like to point to the viewers also, Glenn Jewell, we know he had pace. He has closed that gap to 0.2 of a second now behind our race leader, Mark Mudray. So it's on, you know, a couple of seconds back between the Mitchie and Dave Zero battle, but it is certainly heading up at the front.
We can just see those two cars actually up ahead.
Yeah, we can see all
Yeah, we
four
get a little
cars
glimpse
in the
of
camera
those
shot now.
guys.
So yeah, these guys, it shows you how close these two duos are. You know, so that's first, second, third, and fourth. It's still very close on track, but very heated battles, both of them in their own right.
Oh,
Campbell.
Dave's very defensive here.
Oh,
He's made an error. He's made an
Made
error.
Oh, Mitch Campbell. I
Mitch
can't
is-
let it live out there. No, surely not, Mitch. Dave, it's very awkward.
Mitchie
Oh.
positioned his car in the right spot now for the turn one, but he will be compromised on the exit. Dave's smart here. He'll read this and actually get the run.
Oh, had to yield, but it's just not that corner for that run. Here we go. This is where it'll count. Has he got it? He's just got nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. That's right. You're so
Mitch
vulnerable.
surely picked up a corner cut
Hit that
back.
wall on the exit.
Here we
That
go.
is
He's
that
up-
is a hot spot, Davo, out there at turn one as well. Four cuts, but
No, but down in the second to last corner. Oh, Dave up the inside. Does he? Does Mitch give him some space? Oh, Dave Zero
Exit stage right for Dave.
keeps it off the wall.
Oh, he's
Whoa.
brought it back on. He's brought it. Oh, yeah, just tucks in there behind.
Oh, who's that?
between
Make
Nick
it
and
back to
Kenny.
Dave. What a ride.
Now, as that was all going on, I can't help but cast my eyes forward to the pressure that Dewar is applying to the back of Mudgeway. Dave Zero again on the back of Mitchie. Where do you look, folks?
I was just having another look at what happened to Dave there, and it was beautifully saved on the tarmac out on the wide there. He was very lucky that wasn't seeded with grass. It would have ended in tears.
Yeah, so
A
now
lot of grip where he went
Dave
off track.
Zero just dispatching Nick McIndoe.
Right.
Yeah, because he tucked in
Full
behind.
aggression, straight back ahead. Focus ahead.
But we must focus on what is going on. We'll get out of
Okay.
that.
Mudgee and Gleno.
We'll get. Let's just watch this for a moment, because these guys are running hot. 1 and 2. If anyone was going to take it to it, it was going to be Mudgee. Dewar pushing. He'll be measuring, hitting his marks, looking for those times. What are the times looking like? They're doing 56s. Mid 56. We know Dewar can go quicker.
Yeah, well, we've
Can
seen
he
them
pass?
both 55s in qualifying, haven't we?
I mean,
So,
if Mudgee's doing a 56 and a half, and then it's going to be hard for Glenn to get around him, even if he's like,
absolutely.
a 10th, even maybe 2 quicker. It's not enough to get, to make a good solid pass on him,
Yeah, very tricky when sometimes that extra 10th or 2 that you might have on them is often sort of mid-corner speed, which is often where the car in front will take it away from you.
Yeah.
And you can't get those times with that car there.
Yeah, and you just can't put it to good use, can you? That speed.
Right.
So
yeah.
Wow.
The other thing to think of is these guys they just don't know. We don't know what tyres they've run. Did they run, one set for both qualies and a bit of a cracky, and they've got one for both race? How have they used their tyre? They've only got 3, but
you just got to look at the different races too. I mean, Mitch Campbell, Dave Zero, such a hot battle. We've got Mudgeway and Glenn Dewar, very hot battle. Some of these guys probably haven't been in the firing line so much. Maybe their tyres aren't as scrubbed as hard as others, So, but just looking at it after the bloody safety car, it's looking pretty hot all the way through the field. So,
Yeah, just noticing also that box trifecta of the car, 21, 34, and Mitch Campbell up into 3rd now.
Yeah, there it is.
Really
there
looking
it
like
is.
it's going to pay off. Ultimately, the big bucks are if the 21 and the 34 swap position for the bigger payout. But look, isn't it great to see that it's heating up at the end here. 9 minutes to go.
To go. God, time flies. It's incredible. These races are so intense. The 35 minutes just ticks away so far. Brad Robinson on Lucas Saab. Brad Robinson slowly chipping his way back through the field after going back to the back of the pack after a huge accident in lap 1. Slowly clawing his way back.
Look at the training cars from the 87 of Dave Zero. He's probably a little bit further ahead, but the McIndoe car back, they're just like all in a gravy train there.
Six of them there, I think, isn't there?
Yeah.
So it's McIndoe, Simpson, Burts, Melling, Price. I think Enright is a little bit behind. So yeah, 5 cars, all in a train. And although it doesn't look like they're that close, like I mentioned earlier, a little mistake by one of them, and with the average speed around here, that gap closes very quick. Dewar back way off the back of Mudgeway. Sorry.
No, you're right. That's what I was just looking at too, Davo. That time gap is really, is that a mistake?
I've just watched Glenn drop a wheel here and there, just a little bit. Just maybe getting a little bit messy.
And again,
with his lap. So yeah.
And we talked about this tyre, depending on how hard these guys push, you know, Glenn's probably pushed hard to keep up with Mudgee and you know, wanting to overtake.
Yeah, that's right.
You
But
know.
not only Mudgee, but like he's actually had to dispatch Dave Zero at the
Dave
early
Zero
stages.
as well. Yes.
So you know,
yes.
he's certainly used
a lot of energy.
a lot of energy
here.
there, and you can't help but think, has this actually hurt the tyre? And this is where we are. We've only got 3 or 4 laps to go.
Yep.
And you know, it doesn't look like it's getting any closer at this stage.
No.
Yeah, you're right, John. There is only about sort of 4-ish more laps to go. So, you know, if you're going to get something done, don't wait too much longer, right? And it doesn't look
Yeah,
that
like
way at the moment, does it? Yeah.
last lap round, 156.4 to Mudgee and a 156.7 to Dewar. So
Yeah.
you know, Mudgee with the trump card just there a little.
Oh, for sure. And we didn't even nearly need to see the data there either, did we, JB? Because we could visually see it on track, you know, like the gains that Mudgee had made. And as we just see Lucas run wide on the corner, the right-hander just after the bus stop, puts Brad Robinson right up the side. It's on still. So yeah, still Brad clawing his way through the pack there. McIndoe still has this train of cars behind him. Like we just mentioned, 5 cars. Kenny Simpson, Jeff Burst, Steve Melling, Riley Price. Then that little battle between Lucas Sarr and Brad Robinson. Mudgee really has stretched his legs here. I think Glenn is probably resigned at this stage now just to play the long game in second.
Bring it home, yep.
Bring the car home. Mitch Campbell will be stoked with a 3rd as well. Dave Zero in clean air with a 4th. But that's where the action is.
It is. And Mudgee's just hitting the laps, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, JB with his last 3.
Low 56s.
Noticing. Very
low
sort of
56s.
fast
Nice stuff.
laps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nice work. You know, just look up in the ante when it's needed, isn't it? Too, you know, responding to the pressure and making it stick, knowing you've got it underneath you. You know, the car underneath you to do it, I suppose.
Yeah. Steve-O and Vaughan were very, very close in points in 8th and 9th in the championship. Steve-O, big heads up here in this turn of events in race 2, and so yeah, he's taking good points off Vaughan here.
Yeah, he is. And interesting to see what Race Control will do with the Vaughan Martin car, obviously post-race as well. So could be more to that story, John.
Absolutely, as we will let that unfold after the race. But as the race continues, we will focus on Lucas Brad Robinson because it is going off. Relentless pressure from Brad Robinson. Lucas just not even fazed by it.
No, he's not, isn't he? He's
No,
just
not
running
at
his
all.
line, and there's nothing Brad can do. I mean, he's got some new parts on his car, but it's really the pace they're running. He's just go, you know, you can't help but think every time we watch one of these races, it spices up at the end. So, yeah, stay tuned on that one because if it's going to happen, it will be on the last lap.
Oh, for sure. But look, we really got to get back to this little group here: 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Look at it.
And it's got tight. Burst and Simpson are so close, and they are sandwiched in between McIndoe and Melling. Riley Price just has dropped off the back of that pack a little bit. And that's Dave Zero. So these guys aren't too far from, you know, the top 3, really. We could just see the Dave Zero car out in front. He's not too far behind Mitch Campbell. So this is very close after... Look, what have we got? 35 minutes. Nearly 35 minutes.
Yeah, only 3 minutes to go.
Yep.
So, like you say, very tight.
McIndoe, brush on the wall. Sorry to interrupt there, Farmer, on the way
Here's
out of
Kenny
there.
with the run.
And
Oh,
Kenny
Kenny's
has the
having-
run.
Having to go defensive.
Can he make it happen?
Did Nick throw the spinners at it? Don't blame his car, he said.
Never blame the tools. Always blame the operator.
That's it.
He's
Good
gotten away
button
with
up
that.
cleanly though. But
Yeah.
Burst with the run, isn't it? Burst looking hungry on the inside. Nowhere
Yeah.
to go.
Having getting a bit of a burst of speed there out of the turn.
Has he got it though? Thanks for the pun. Has he got it though?
Yeah, well done, Palmer.
Oh, I don't know that he's got it, actually. He's been talking up his Camaro all week.
Of course he has. Of course he has.
He's certainly showing some good pace, good solid race pace. We haven't really seen him making many moves on people tonight.
We're gonna have. We might even have.
Well, a 7th and a 5th foot burst last round. So you know, he's sitting where he's kind of left off.
Well, Glenno's got a fresh breath of air. He's up behind Mudgy. I'm just looking at Mudgy's time. We are going to have another lap and one.
Right.
By the looks of that.
Final lap.
Oh no, that's final lap.
Time.
There you go.
He's taken time out of Mudgy, hasn't he?
He has taken time out of Mudgy.
And just hit the fastest lap of the race too.
Okay.
There you go.
The last lap. We're on the last lap, so I still think he's left his charge a little bit late.
Oh, as we see Melling all over the back of Burst. It's going, mate, hurry up.
Great race from Melling, actually.
He's on it, isn't he?
Yeah, he's had good pace tonight in that Camaro.
Yeah, yeah.
Riley's starting to drift off the back of those guys now, which I'm surprised about.
He's Melling looking super hungry on the Burst car as well.
I feel Riley's had a very up and down night. Melling right up behind, like you said, JB, into the bus stop. All kinds of action going on here. Look at these Camaros bouncing all over the place. Lump of a machine. Oh.
Wow, Joe's just taken a whole second out of Mudgy. He's within a car length now.
It's too little too late.
I think Mudgy's just got to drive his line. But where does that burst of speed come from? The blind left-hander, tricky corner, 2 to go.
2 to go.
9 and 10.
Oh, Mudgy, all kinds of sideways. Glenno gets past.
Hey.
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
Lap.
It's controversy.
That's right. The point.
Glenn Dewar.
The TAV trifecta is on.
Wow.
It just paid off.
Dewar over the line. Wow. Mark Mudgeway second. Mitch Campbell third. Watch this quickly.
Look at
we got Dave 0. Then watch this. Nick McIndoe, Kenny Simpson, Jeff Burst, Steve Melling, Riley Price. Wow. How close is that? Aaron Enright, and look at this next one. Lucas and Brad Robinson. How close are these two?
Yeah, locked at horns, isn't it? Last lap stuff again.
Great finish to the race. Those boys going at it. Jared Dawson. Jared Dawson for 13th. Bobby Laycock coming around back up onto the short circuit for 14th. Nice work. Good clean stuff from Bobby as always. Mike King. Phil Turner. And the infamous Vaughan Martin. Who, a few laps down, but finishing the race all the same. Good on you, Vaughan. But jumping back in.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff. Mike King looks like he's backing off, letting somebody past. Anyway, there you go. Nice work, Mikey. Look, fantastic. Another just mad race, guys. Wow.
Yeah, good stuff, bro. Very exciting finish there. We didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, couldn't have scripted that. I mean,
couldn't it?
Jesus, the Mudgy had it in the bag, and we saw him go wide, and lose the end at turn 9. Such a tricky corner, that blind left-hander, but that was all it took. The pressure, the closing speed of Glenn.
I just did not see that coming. Like, Mudgy's such a calculated racer. We've seen him win. You know, we just saw him win a couple of GT championships. It's just like, wow. And then final corner. You know, not final corner, third last corner. Just slightest mistake, and Dewar had gained that position. He was 10 car lengths back 2 laps before that.
He was.
Like, he could have done that and got away with it 2 laps before it, but not then. So, wow. Amazing.
Wow. Yeah. What a race.
Okay, we got to get these boys
Excellent
up here.
stuff.
Let's have a
Let's
chat.
grab old mate and P3. We welcome into the box. Copy there, buddy.
Mitch Campbell.
Hey, bud, just coming for a little bit quiet there. Well done on your third place, mate. Awesome race. Yeah, good pace.
Yeah, a bit of a turnaround from race one. Quality. I stuffed my lap up actually, so I was down in 16, got up to 4th, which was awesome. Bit of fighting, exchange paints, but got it done. And then bit of a tough battle with Davo there. He's a hard racer, really interesting going into that chicane. So I thought he might have backed out. That's why I let off early. But anyway, he made a mistake and took advantage of it, and comfortably just cruised on home for 3rd. So
nice.
All in all, good round for me. Quite happy.
Yeah, look, Mitchie, we called it early. 6th place, we knew you had more pace than that based on race 1, and we boxed up a nice trifecta there, and you came home and 3rd for the podium.
So we all won. Because you got on the podium. So.
Did it for you boys. You're welcome.
We did. We had your name. We had your name out for 3rd prior to race 2. After watching you, you got a lot of airtime in the first stream coming through the pack like that. You and Riley were both doing really well in that first race.
I jumped on the comms and I was like, mate, Riley, let's go. Like, come with me. Let's push through. And it was hard actually coming through the traffic. So interesting.
Yeah, that'll serve your championship well, Mitch.
Yeah, no, I don't mean this in a bad way by any means, but I haven't spent a lot of time down in the back. So you're obviously dealing with boys that have different skill levels and whatnot. So it does help with my skills, just tuning up and just keeping aware of those sorts of guys and what they're doing and planning your moves and those sorts of things. So definitely a learning experience.
Yeah. No, good on you, Mitch.
Work.
Good on you, Mitch.
Well done, buddy. Very strong out of the bowl all night. The car was super hooked up through that section of the track. Congratulations, mate.
I appreciate it, boys. Thank you.
Well done. We'll see you again. No doubt.
You will. Take care.
Next week. Mitch Campbell, everyone. What great racing from Mitch
Campbell
tonight.
Yeah. And he made a good point there about racing with the guys at the back of the field as opposed to racing at the front there. It is a little different mindset, and he's doing well, obviously, to deal with that.
Absolutely.
As we do grab our 2nd place getter, we're going to have to maybe get the condolences out. Throw him a box of tissues. Welcome, Budgie, to the comms box, bro. Yeehaw and commiserations in the same sentence.
What happened?
Well, I had a little look actually, and I can tell you that you just got that rear right wheel onto the grass on the exit.
It just stepped.
Yeah,
it was on the turn, and I just stepped out on the turn, and I slid it, and then it went over the apex, and then it slid, and then it is what it is.
Ran out of road, mate.
Yeah, ran out of talent.
Ran out of talent.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
3 to go.
Glenn took a lot of time out of you in the last lap or two. So, were you feeling that pressure?
Oh, to be honest with you, I was just telling myself just to take it easy. Like he wasn't. I was actually just like, just take it easy, and then the temperature on the track dropped right away too. Like when that sun was setting, so it was getting quite slippery.
Yeah. Well, we actually saw that in a few of the drivers getting a little bit loose towards the end. We just thought it was the tyre going off, but you think the temperature coming down made a big difference.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was real slippery. After that first race and talked to you guys and went back to the mechanics and I told them to fucking rip that wing off the back of the car.
It showed. It was
and it showed straight away, like the qualifying. I just had an awesome time in qualifying. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
And then the car was alive. It was just like, wow, should have done that ages ago.
Perfect. Yeah.
But it's all right. I'll take that. shitty second over the shitty second I had in the first race with by myself. So
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
good
a
to
great
hear.
race. Yeah, you had a
Yeah.
good race.
It was good to hear. There was you were doing some really consistent sort of laps there, mid race, and we thought you had it in the bag, mate. So super unlucky not to bring it home, but you still had a great race, like you say. So
yeah,
And super exciting for everyone watching too,
it
because
was great for us.
it
Yeah,
didn't just come down to the last lap, but not just the last lap, the last couple of corners.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I'll have a good watch on the replay later on. And take it in and try and stop this Glenn from fucking doing a clean sweep. Hopefully in this bloody series, by the looks of it.
Well, you seem like you're the only chink in his armor
Yes.
at the moment, mate. So
Yes.
we would like to see that. So
yes, yeah.
good stuff, mate.
I don't believe you did a lot of practice either, did you, mate? You
Nah.
I didn't actually see your name floating around until late
Nah.
tonight.
Nah.
Yeah, that's right.
Almost
Yeah.
a bit of a last minute thing to jump on.
Yeah,
and join the boys.
yeah. Well, after my mare last round, I was actually I'm quite busy privately with work and stuff, so I was actually gonna take a breather, but then I saw the Camaro, and then I saw Watkins Glen, and then I saw Glen at
Yeah.
the top, and I was like,
Yeah,
why not? Just jump on
good.
there.
Why not?
Well,
Yes.
good on you. You
Yeah,
you
good on
joined
you.
at the right time, and you did take it to him, and it was yes,
was good to see.
super interesting for all the viewers to watch that unfold.
For
Awesome,
sure.
awesome
And
stuff.
we are all glad that you changed your mind. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
no, good stuff. Okay, Mudgy, good on
Thanks,
you.
mate.
Look forward to seeing you next week.
Appreciate it, boys. Thank you.
Thanks, Mudgy. Mark Mudgeway, everyone. And we have one more, the one, the only, the one they couldn't root, shoot, or electrocute, the one and only Glenn Dewar.
What's good?
Hey, what's
Oh my
going
God.
on? Hey?
God, your eyes must have just like shot open when you seen that happen.
You know, there's only one lap you have to lead, eh, boys?
Yeah, exactly, mate. In fact, there's only one corner you've got to lead
Yeah.
out of too, right? Yeah.
You
Yeah.
came into turn 9 and Mudgy was all sorts of crossed up, and you must have just thought, hello.
Yeah, it sort of got to the back end and pushed a little hard early behind him, and then sort of made some mistakes, and then I just cooled the tyre off a little bit. I could see he was probably in the same boat as me with a bit of tyre issues, and just thought I'll give it a real big push on the last two laps. Sort of got to him the second to last, and then just hit the marks on the last one to put pressure on. So if he hadn't have done anything wrong, he would have had it. So
Oh,
it was
for
all
sure. Yeah.
it was all his to lose.
To lose.
And, you don't got to ask me twice if you're going to make a mistake there.
Yeah, look, he asked we asked him about did he feel the pressure, and he just thought he'd try and stay calm and not make any mistakes. But he did make mention that as the sun was starting to go down, that the temps dropped a bit, and it was quite slippery. Did you experience that?
Oh yeah. No, it was nowhere near as much grip the last 9 minutes of that one as race one. I couldn't come out the bowl. How did I actually tag the wall out of there? Probably tagged the wall at the final turn once or twice.
Yep.
Yeah, so no, it was definitely challenging, but nonetheless, got my pocket picked at the start. Obviously, Mudgy did a beautiful job with the quali for a 5.3. That's impressive.
Yep.
And then clearly, Dave Zero did a better job under brakes into turn 1, lap 1.
So you had you had a real race on your hands. Didn't you, mate?
Yeah.
Right from the get go, didn't you?
It's good to know you've got something to work on, mate.
I think probably the highlight of the race was passing Dave Zero, so managed to set that up and get that done, and get to work on Mudgy, catch him back up, and he was just driving beautiful. So I really enjoyed that tonight, and it's always good to see the Mudge back.
Of course.
Well, Dave and Mitchie had a ding-dong battle. I mean, that was spicy back there. Not as spicy as the egg and lettuce sandwiches in this com box, but
mate, John has the
I've
smell
got
in here.
I've
The smell
really
in
got
here.
to, we've got to apologise for that. So sorry about that. But look, fuck, what was it?
Awesome,
four wins. Well done.
Yeah. Just shout out to Sim Magic on the pedals, mate. That was just an absolute dream to drive tonight with these new pedals.
There you go. Hashtag Sim Magic.
Yeah, 100%.
Hashtag Sim Magic.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. We might have a tooty around with some spring sensors and stuff during the week.
Nice.
What do we got next, boys? Come on. What are we up to?
What do we got?
Oh, mate, next week, Joe, we've got the Nürburgring in the M4 BMW, mate.
Ooh, that is going to be nice.
Oh,
One of
that
my
will be a
favourite
yeah. Love that track.
GT4 cars, the BMW. Love it.
Mm.
Very nice, very nice. Well, look,
Brings back
we
fond memories, actually, of a double podium at Bathurst. Controversial may it be.
Yes.
Love that car.
Yeah. No, no, I had an absolute ball. The
Still
feedback I
do
heard
so.
on channel tonight was the guys were pretty pumped up about that one tonight.
Hey, just another one. The safety car came out a couple of times this round. Earlier in the second race. How'd that affect things for you
Um,
at the race start?
yeah,
How'd your
no, it was
mindset go?
status quo for me. I was in third when it came out and left in third. It probably gave me time just to relax because it was a 2-lap under safety. So
yeah, yeah,
probably refocus and make a plan about what I was going to do with Dave Zero, and then because I was just conscious that I felt Mudgy had the pace to get away, so I needed to get past Dave to be able to go with Mudge. So it was good, to be honest, from that position. Obviously the last time it was out I was in the front, and felt like I'd done something wrong or something up the front there. I was like, right now I had the better part of 5 seconds, and now I've got Mudge way on my ass.
but it's still, at the end of the day, you had the pace when you're obviously when you're out in the lead, and it really didn't affect your race much at all, did it? You know, you were able to just make those small gains and get back and hit your marks and your times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, two
So a couple
questions.
just a couple of stats. You did a 155.7,
Yep.
and last race, Mudgy did a 155.8,
Yep.
and Mitchie did a 155.9. So only 0.2 separated you guys in your fastest lap.
Wow.
Nice. Now tell me, after that safety car, did I hear the safety car almost got called out again? I thought I heard the safety car race director almost say safety car again. No?
Yeah, no, we didn't see anything
Not
anyway
that
at
we're
our
aware
end.
of
So
there at this end, mate. Yeah, although
Okay.
we're not privy to the full info on that department
yeah,
live as it happens
Yeah,
as such.
yeah.
But we didn't pick up on anything at our end, mate.
yeah.
Rightio. Okay. No, I just thought I heard something and then nothing come of it. So I wondered whether safety cars often breed safety cars. But yeah.
Well,
Well, normally they
you
do,
know
don't
it.
they?
You know it, mate. Anyway, look, hey, great race again, round again tonight, Gleno, and yeah, look, we thought we saw a little bit of a chink in your armour there, but you just seem to deal with it and carry on. And yeah, again, like John said, 4 wins in a row, so awesome stuff, mate. No doubt we'll see you next week
We'll
in
give
the
it a red hot go,
BMW.
boys. We'll give it a go.
Awesome stuff. Good on you, Gleno.
All right. You guys
Thanks,
might want to
mate.
look for an air fresher sponsor in here too, guys. I'm
It's
glad to
wrong,
be
isn't
hopping
it?
out.
It's wrong. It's
Yeah.
John. It's John. He's got.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, boys.
Okay.
Egan Lettuce.
Thanks, Gleno.
Yes, boys.
There you go, viewers. Glenn Dewar, awesome stuff. Now, after 2 rounds, 4 race wins, unstoppable. Although we thought we might have saw, like I keep saying, a bit of a chink in his armour tonight, but not to be. Great race tonight, guys.
Yeah, great race, Davo.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah. Fucking bloody
Highlights?
awesome, I should
Highlights?
say.
Anybody?
Yep.
Anything in particular?
The TAB odds. Yep.
Yep.
Paid out. We're off tonight.
So-
We'll sign out.
Yeah.
We're good night tonight in the comms box.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
why? Because Glenn won the second race and Mitch got third. You're pretty happy.
You were
Look,
happy.
my highlight for me was actually Mitch Campbell round the outside of Dave Zero.
Oh, Dave Zero. That was a great
awesome
great
pass.
highlight.
Awesome
Yes, it
pass.
was.
So yeah, nice stuff.
And I'm just going to go a little bit left field and just look after the peasants. Great race for Bobby Laycock to, to be on the pace with these guys and to actually be battling, up there
For sure.
in the
For
pack.
sure.
Good
In
to
the
see.
pack. Absolutely. Thank you, Bobby Laycock. Thank you, Glenn Dewar, and all of the top 3, and everybody that's raced tonight. Viewers that have joined us on YouTube tonight, thanks to you guys again for joining me in the comms box. And we're going to make it a wrap. That was round 2 at Watkins Glen in the Camaros. Join us next week, everybody. We will see you then.